All right, we are live. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to ASV Collectibles. I am apologizing officially for the tardiness. I know things kind of, took a little longer than expected. I'm out of town and I had a work thing, and things went a little bit longer than usual. But we have a great panel today. We have a special guest. We have our boy Marcos in the house. Thank you, Marcos, my best admin in the house. And he's drinking. I've been drinking a lot before I got here. Hopefully, I don't slur too much.
I got a job at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm not getting trashed, but I'm getting a little tipsy, dude. I had a long day today at work too, so I need something to.
You can't fool me. That's apple juice. I know it is.
It's apple juice. We already know.
It's actually piss.
Well, all we got to do is start getting his mind off and say Zack Snyder, and that'll start. That starts.
Okay, then yeah.
He starts talking. He's so mad. He starts talking like he's sloshed anyway. So who knows it's the difference.
And we love him to death. And we also have the legend Lane in the house. Thank you, Lane, for helping us here with the panel. I want to get a little extra people in, so thank you for joining in. And our special guest, Jarhead, in the house from Custom Produce. For those of you that don't know who Custom Produce is or Jarhead, go check out his channel on YouTube. Please subscribe to his page. They're doing a lot of good work there. Really awesome guys. I was there on their channel Wednesday, and I had a blast. So thank you, Jarhead, for having me on your stream.
You're welcome anytime, man.
So appreciate it. And I do like your setup better than Wednesday. Really like what you got in the background.
A little better than a hotel room.
Yeah, a little bit better. I'm in the hotel room right now, unfortunately.
Looks nice and cozy at least, though.
No, actually, they set me up in a nice spot. I told them, I said, if you want me stuck here one more week, you're going to put me in a better spot. So they did. So I work for a good company that really helped me out. But it kind of sucks because I wanted to do that XM live unboxing, but I postponed it till next week. So we'll check that out. I got a couple more pieces that we'll be unboxing here on the page. But today it's just going to be, statue chat and shenanigans. So one thing I want to bring up is that last week, Marcos, you did the stream for me. I was out of town again. I was doing work. You did a great job. But I'm agreeing with Lane that the blasphemy you were saying, the blasphemy, I was like, no, he did not. Like, if I was there, I would have cut you off. This is how I felt about the comment about Predator and Aliens being a B-rated movie. This is how I felt.
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Well, hey, if you noticed our reactions and stuff like that at that thing is about.
Oh my God.
Predator is 100% a B movie. Like a B movie is a movie that's pretty low budget. It's very gory. There's a definition of a B movie. It's not a diss. It's the best B movie of all time. Predator, Alien is just not as good as Predator. That's all I was saying, basically. Marcos is always right, you man.
Which Predator are we talking?
Original.
And 2, and then that's it.
So
wait.
You're saying that the star power they had in the original one, there's no way it's a B movie.
Exactly.
Predator 1 is 100% a B. It's the greatest B movie of all time.
Bro, it had Arnold in his prime.
That was not Prime Arnold. That was right before Prime Arnold.
Well, still, it don't matter.
Prime Arnold
No. That's Prime. What are you talking about?
Kindergarten Cop was Prime Arnold. That was Prime Arnold.
that was family conversion to family mode, Arnold. And I would point out Kindergarten Cop bombed.
Yeah,
not in my heart. Not in my heart.
Come on,
man. Jingle All the Way turned out better than
that's that. I was like, the stream it started off so good until Marcos just
and then he just got half the panel just after him.
Dude, the comment section.
He took are you feeling lucky, punk Magnum 44 to the panel. Fire.
So, you guys see the chat right now? That's how it was when I started talking like this too. The chat says Marcos that C-man panel member that you need. I love it.
Speaking of the comments, thanks for joining. Nice guy. Aiden, always a pleasure. I don't know what's this. I don't know how to pronounce Juan Goran too.
That's me.
Yeah. Nice guy. Thanks for joining. Juan Ortega, X-Men exclusive. Thanks for joining as well. Glad to have you guys here. I really appreciate the love for SV Collectibles. So yeah, we're gonna jump into some good stuff. I got some good updates on customs. Also, there are a few things I wanted to talk about that was super excited that this week came along. So we'll get right into it, man, and we'll have a good time. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, here's another one. Be like boo this man. Yes, we need to boo this man over here. Wait, no, over this way. This way.
It's the millennial in me. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Millennial.
You got X-Pac heat, man, where they just want you to go away.
I love it. I live for this.
He said Marco's a straight up C panel, not even B. That's hilarious.
If you guys really want to get mad, I could just pull this up. Hey, leave it up there.
Jojo, what's up, Jojo?
Thanks for the go. I could pull that up. I could pull that up and get everybody more mad. So.
Oh, you're gonna
get So who's PCS making a statue of first before your boy? Like where's he in that line? Probably like if it goes that long, number 10. Because wait, they've already done Magic. They're doing Larry. Yep. They're doing Michael. Oh man, your goat man just seems to be slowly like behind the fast break. The PCS fast break.
Not one of those guys in that statue form is better than him. So.
Oh my God! Here we go.
We're talking about statue stuff. We're not talking about basketball, so we won't get going on.
Yeah, I mean, you know how it goes here. We're doing the shenanigans thing, so we'll talk about everything we want to talk about. Jarhead, feel free to jump in and comment on something. You're more than welcome to tell us that Marco's insane.
Oh, we all know that. I don't think I even need to say that.
Yeah, I mean he probably got to see Godlike a couple times to know that.
I love it. Like I said.
Oh my God. Let's I'm gonna pull up a video here. I really want to show this. There's a couple of them. Let me get over here and do present here real quick. Let me log into this. Okay. So if you guys haven't watched, they did the game show announcement. Okay. So before I do this, let me cancel that. Let me prop up. I'm getting kind of new to this stuff, so I'm trying to look for the banner here. So pretty much 2024 game show announcement. What games are you looking forward to the most? So I have 2 games here that I'm really looking forward to. And so I want to show the video of this particular game. So Jarhead, I don't know how old school you are, if you played, PS games, Xbox, all that good stuff, if there's a genre that you care for, you like, or if you're not a gamer. I know Lane is. Go ahead, Lane.
I play games, man. I've got a custom built computer. I play mostly FPS games, but I'm looking forward to that Witcher coming out. New Witcher.
That's going to be one of the ones we'll talk about. Go ahead.
I would just say, since you don't do it too often, I would probably just make sure if you pull up any of the announcement videos, make sure the sound's off, because that you could get
feedback.
Yeah, strike.
So I got to mute mine if I do the feedback.
Not really. You just have to present it usually for
video. Yeah. So let me see if I can present it here real quick, and I want to show this. This is like one of my all-time favorites, and I'm just super psyched that they're coming out with this. So the chat, let me know what's up in the chat. I really want to know what you guys think. Let's go ahead and share this. Let me close these out.
Oh yeah, I saw this. I didn't actually watch the awards last night. I waited for all the trailers after it was done.
I'm not quite sure how to. There we go. Let's.
Go full screen, Will, if you can. Like on the video.
There we go.
Yep, that looks familiar.
What is this? Kindergarten Cop video game? No, I'm playing. I haven't.
Will we get Gene Reno back?
What is this?
Onimusha, Way of the Samurai, Way of the Sword. Man, that's awesome.
That
It feels like I'm getting less human by the minute.
I don't know about the European voice, but that right there, that's what I'm the most excited for of this new release. That sounds like some One Piece.
That was Inner William. That was Inner William right after watching that the first time.
That's Gear 5 Luffy, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, you guys may not play, but I remember back in the 2000s, the Onimusha trilogy, especially because I forget who the actor was, like Seminosuke Akechi, who was all except for the funny demon people in it. They were pretty much all feudal era historical figures, but obviously with a very fantastic, which is very common. A lot of Japanese lore has used those characters for years. But I remember Seminosuke Akechi in the first and third movies, where they use the actor's likeness, and then Yagyu Jubei, which is supposed to be a title, I guess they established actually, was in the second game, Samurai's Destiny, which was probably my favorite of the three. And they did 4 games. The last one, Dawn of Dreams, which was not the best game by any means. It was actually one of my favorite. It was so damn hard because it didn't control very good.
No, it didn't. No.
They originally did the Nobunaga trilogy, which was supposed to be just a trilogy, and then they did with the 4th one, which was Hideyoshi Toyotomi, who was the first Shogun or second Shogun. But that series was always a lot of fun. I'm cool that because it's just been dormant for. I think they didn't they do a few years back a like remaster of the first one?
Yeah. Yes, I got a copy of it. The Onimusha games, man, I played every single one. You're right. The 4th game was not the best, but the 3rd was actually my favorite. And the only reason why I like the 3rd one the most is because Gene Reno, the actor from The Professional with Natalie Portman, he's like the Western in Japan.
Yeah. See, my problem with that was him. I just wanted to play as Saminosuke in feudal Japan. The whole time travel story, I actually honestly kind of hated. Yeah. I hated the time travel story.
I didn't really liked
playing as him.
I really liked it with him in it because I really liked him as an actor. And I was like, man, this is so cool. And I really enjoyed it. Obviously, the first one's great. But the 3rd one really stuck to me. And I really liked the idea of using both the characters and stuff. I did buy the remastered version of the first one, but I never really played it through because, we're, work and adults and all that other stuff. But yeah, I was super excited when they announced that. Same thing with Turok. I don't know if you guys ever played Turok. It's like,
played the original 64 and
See, nice guy knows what's up. 3rd one's the favorite. I know what's up. Yeah.
Turok was the dinosaur, right?
Yeah, it was the first
dinosaur hunter.
Yeah. How old are these games, man? Like,
we're going back to the 90s, man.
Was this Dreamcast? Like, what would he play on?
No.
PlayStation.
Okay. PlayStation 2 was the
Onimusha trilogy. That was the best for you guys.
Yeah. So, super fun. Turok. See, Aiden mentioned Turok.
Yeah, so, which of all 3 of the old ones have been remastered.
Yeah.
Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, Turok 3, Shadows of Oblivion have all within the last 4 or 5 years, I think, actually been remastered, and you can get them, and they're all really good.
Yeah, Turok wasn't too bad. I didn't jump on Turok too much, but yeah, it was that was another announcement that I saw that I was like, okay, yeah, I could dig this. So Turok was pretty much
that died after that attempted kind of reboot and stuff, which was Sci-Fi Planet, where dinosaurs came back, and it looked like generic Gears of War wannabe first-person shooter.
Yeah, it was the original was really good to play with, but I didn't really catch it. But I'm really hoping that they do better with this the sequel. If it's a sequel reboot, I'm not quite sure, but
they may not know yet.
Yeah, the trailer looked decent enough. But those were the exciting the games, and then also Jarhead also mentioned The Witcher 3. So I want to let's go ahead and put that on there. Let's check out this trailer because that's a pretty dope ass trailer too. I got super excited when I watched this because I watched The Witcher 3, so Witcher 4.
Is it a 4? I would say. I didn't know.
The graphics on this is amazing, man. I don't know if anybody else watched it, but it's
super good. I don't know why this video doesn't have audio, but we'll just watch the video. And it's just like kind of repeating. So maybe I got a bad version of this video. Yeah, so let me go back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I like The Witcher, Witcher 4. We'll see. Honestly, I don't know if I want to play as Ciri. Honestly, I really would rather play as Geralt because he is to me the Witcher for the series.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people are saying they're going from the books or whatever. I was like, well, Witcher 3 completely veered off in a completely different direction from the way the original novels went for The Witcher. So this is just kind of continuing that from Witcher 3.
It is weird how these movies and video games, they veer off from the source material so much nowadays. Like you can do your own renditions, but at least keep it true to the nature of what the source material is, you know? So,
well, Ciri was supposed to be kind of going in a direction.
I get that, but it's just like I feel like everything recently like they do too much artist interpretation.
In the books, Ciri couldn't actually become a Witcher, though. Like get the powers and stuff because she something with women or something can't become Witchers. The other thing is she's technically royalty, so she has to be able to have kids from the bloodline. There is that little thing too with Ciri. If you become a Witcher, you become infertile. So
yeah,
right. Yeah, I want to play this.
You're saying I can't have Henry Cavill's baby then, right?
Thank God, man. That would be weird.
Oh, shit.
I'm not sure if I'm sharing that screen. Sorry, I'm just trying to move fast. But yeah, here we go. Let's get that. There's a video. I'll go ahead and close this out. Sorry, guys. There we go.
Back to the village. Go, now.
Nay, I must save them. Save the village.
Save yourself. Run. To shelter. To your father. Run.
I actually like the idea of
the graphics do look good, but I know there's like a movie cutscene basically, but it doesn't look good.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if we have
They have said I think this is going to be sometime after Witcher 3.
Right.
Because I think the thing people were saying, the potions, is the fake.
Right.
Cannot be changed. You can't change anything.
Dude, where all that chain come from?
I have no idea. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, she straight up Ghost Rider his ass.
She went to go to the woods. The chosen one. It's tradition. Oh no, no, no. It's all we wanted. For her to go to the woods, to go to the gods.
Gods? There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
That was badass. I absolutely love that trailer, man. It was so freaking good. So, Jarhead, day one, you're gonna PO that. What's your 4, man? I mean, it's just.
I'm thinking about it.
Dude,
It looks really good.
Did they say anything about Gerald in that? Because I know I just seen that trailer, but I didn't read anything about where he's at.
They've already said he's going to be in it.
He is going to be in it.
There's no way he's not. At least for a scene. Shit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he might not be. He might be. But if they already said he will, that's good. I think. Do you think it would be like a cameo where we could play him, or do you think it's just like a past memory, kind of like he's in the game?
I think it'll be in the game, but like an NPC.
But they could also have like a whole like mission with him where you have to play as him for a little bit, you know, like you said, a flashback scene a bit. A lot of games do that kind of shit, you know, like one like mission. They could do something like that. But I know Pure Arts, since statue, they came out with a 1/2 scale of that character Sylvie, right?
Right.
Yeah, they just teased it, or it's up for order, I think now. It looks really good. So, if you're a Witcher fan,
didn't Prime One just have one for her go up 2, or Witcher 3?
Did they? I don't know.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, they got their new Siri, and I think you guys talked about it yesterday. And from the showcase for whenever they decide to put out the PO and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have that.
Yeah,
Siri.
February to May 2026. Yeah. It's the $12.99.
Yeah, so
for the
2027.
Is that for the PO or is that for release?
No, for release is February to May 2026.
Okay.
And then I have it up right now. There's.
Okay. Yeah. That's an awesome piece. Yeah. For those that collect the Witcher gaming pieces and stuff like that, that is one of those most, in my opinion, because I'm more of a museum guy. I think it's one of the most epic series pieces that they have had so far. I really love that piece. She looks extremely beautiful. The portrait's done right. The clothing, all the sculpting, the paint looks on point. But obviously, we won't know if the paint's on point until we see, an actual physical version of it, not just a render.
You're talking about the half-scale one, right?
The 1/3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Prime One's got the 1/3.
Prime One's doing the 1/3, and then Pure Arts is doing the 1/2 scale.
Yeah, the Pure Arts doing one. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't like it?
No, I mean it's good, but I always feel that anything half scale seems more like a big doll than it is. For some reason, it's so much bigger.
It's awkward for me too. It's awkward for me too.
Yeah, it's very awkward. I'm not bashing on anybody that wants to 1/2 scales. If that's your thing, that's great. I just feel like maybe there are some pieces you can get away with a 1/2 scale, but certain pieces it's just too much, right? So.
Yeah, so like half scales for me, like I've wanted that Legolas Infinity Studios like so many times, but there's so many people that I'm friends with that get a half scale and they sell it right away because it's just like, even if it's a great piece, like it's just different. Like it looks different in my collection than anything else. It's too big. It looks off. Like you said, like some people say it looks like a doll. Sometimes I get it too. I get all those complaints, but like even a great half scale, you have to be like a half scale collector to really like appreciate them, I feel like.
Or have this thing that we don't have called space.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah. That big ass room. Like what's that one dude, Ronnie Stark? He has like all half scales, all bus, all 1-to-1s, So
yeah, it's very challenging. I mean, if you're gonna do half scale, and obviously the ones that I've seen, they're more museum and they're more compact, and I could see that. But Marcos and I, we love the anime stuff. Imagine something half scale, Marcos, in the anime world.
There's some stuff and they look good. I would ever get it.
Yeah, but half scale to me is more like for like normal like sized characters.
Yeah.
Because can you imagine like a half scaled Hulk or a half scale Juggernaut?
Yeah, fuck that.
That would be insane, a half scale Juggernaut. Oh my goodness.
That's a human being at that point,
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
Me, at 5'8",
the only thing I see that would really work in a half scale is like one of the Hobbits, because the size and everything, it would work well. But anything else half scale, man, that's a good challenge. You'd have to have a museum-esque space to be able to put things.
The only character I said I would get half scale is Deadpool, because you guys know like Deadpool is like I'm getting all scales of him. Any statue that comes out that I like, I'm getting of him. Anything Deadpool, I'm getting. But that's the only character I told myself. Like Queen Studios, it's a half scale of him. I'll get it within 2 seconds. So,
did you guys happen to see that LBS Studios, LBS, they teased Giant Man, and he was like, he's a big one. Like he's giant. Like he's probably the same like half scale.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Marcos.
Oh, I was just saying that, and they're gonna have like a wasp next to him, to like a smaller.
Yeah,
wasp.
I guarantee that wasp is gonna be like a quarter scale statue or a 1/3 in its own. Like, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm actually tempted for that half scale Ant-Man, because I got my Avenger line, but it just seems like a 1.5 scale bust to me when I looked at that, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, is it Ant-Man or is it Giant Man? Like
Giant Man.
Yeah, Giant Man. Yeah. So it's one and the same. So I'm just like, Jesus Christ, that's the hard part. We always talk about we never have enough space for everything we like. So we really got to pick and choose. I'm like Jarhead. I'm trying to look like behind you on your right. What is that? Like, it looks like it's massive.
That's Magneto, right?
Or your left.
This one right here?
No, the other right.
Isn't that Colossus?
That's Colossus.
Well, no, the one way behind. I know that.
That's Magneto.
That's Magneto. It's hard.
Magneto on throne.
You see the Sentinel? Yeah,
it's gigantic.
Yeah, it looks massive, man. I can't imagine how long it'd take you to do that.
Yeah, and then over here's the XM Sentinel.
I see how
that is huge.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a cool piece too. Yeah, it's crazy good. Find our print back there too.
Unfortunately, I think XM's become like in 2024 become the Voldemort of quarter scales. It's the statue company's name shall not be said.
Yeah.
So one quick question, Jarhead. What's that box behind you? Because you got like a cardboard box.
Yeah,
that's a custom beast.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Like that, I've got to get that painted, right? So it's a kit, and there's no point to unbox it because I got to take it to my painter anyways. And then I'm gonna be moving in a couple of months, so it's really no point to unbox.
Oh yeah, you showed that on Wednesday, didn't you?
Yeah, I showed pictures of it
and everything, and the bullets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was a fly piece, man. That was a really, really good piece.
It's giant. It's actually one of my most expensive pieces after I get it painted, probably.
Yeah. I remember we talked about that on Wednesday, and I was just curious. I was like, man, that's a big box sitting behind him.
It's 3 boxes.
It's 3. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looks like one whole box behind you.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it. That's crazy, man.
No, I said 2. I was like, that's 2 boxes, right? He's like, no, 3. I'm like, oh fucking hell, dude, that's a lot.
Is that the V Surfer 2 you got behind you?
Yeah, V1.
Yeah, V1. Okay, that looks dope. I'm going to share some stuff here. This is, and I know we were supposed to do it Wednesday, and we didn't do it Wednesday, so we'll do it tonight. I got some updates on the Dark Side custom quarter scale on Throne factory paint. So I'm going to go ahead and share this here with you guys so everybody can take a look. So that's the factory paint. You got the torso. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. Let's get there. Yeah, that's a quick look and zoom in. So thoughts and opinions on
it? R&B music.
I think that
the paint.
Yeah, go ahead, Marcos. What do you think of the paint?
I think the paint job looks good, man. Maybe for me, I would like maybe a little bit more because the blue kind of, I don't know, just the lighting or whatever. The blue looks like it's kind of blending in with the gray. Just I am blind as a bat too, but I'd maybe make the blue pop a little more. I don't know. But over the gray area, the details in the paint job look really good on that skin, of his skin. That looks really good. But the blue just kind of looks like it's kind of washing out or something on his body at least. But still looks good. Like you can tell it's great.
I think it's the paint, because if I scroll over to the boots and stuff, it looks darker. Yeah. So it might be like lighting.
It does. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be the lighting, 100%. So, but
it's got a lot of different blues in it, like a lot of blue hues, and it's not just like one blue,
I like that it looks like metallic too. Like, it looks like a metal blue. It doesn't look like just a random blue, random blue. It looks like a real armor feel. Yeah. So that's good.
What do you think, Lane?
Oh, I really like how it's looking. I love in the biceps and the musculature, how you see the cracks and everything. Like a lot of nice definition combined in with the paint. Yeah. The one thing I guess I would say is like at least the armbands and stuff on the arm look like they're to kind of merge in a little bit with the arm. Maybe they're not completed 100%, or like you said, it could be the lighting.
Right.
I really like the definition and stuff. I actually really like the reds for the front of his waist piece there and everything, even though they look really nice and striking. So I'm willing to bet once you have the entire upper torso combined with that and everything, those reds probably really pop. Now this one does not have any light up, right? It's not going to have
it does. If you look at that lower half, where the thighs.
Battery.
Yeah. No, this is not battery. This is going to be all plug-in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all plug-in.
That's way better. I hate batteries. Stupid.
Yeah, well, yeah. But looks like it's coming together really well. Ooh, yeah. See the blues and all that.
That's what I'm saying. It looks good. Like Will said, it looks good right there. It just on the arm a little bit. Maybe like we said, it could be the lighting.
And it looks here like that one on the far right. It looks a little bit darker, where it's not having the same merging quite as much as the other one.
Yeah. So Jarhead, what do you think, man?
I like it. It's really coming along really fast. For one, it looks great. I like the blues. I like the yellow, like the yellow pops on it. I think maybe the red maybe needs to be a little bit more vibrant. Maybe that's the only change that I would see that I would do.
Aiden said armband isn't done. So maybe like what we're looking at is actually like what we're trying to say. The blue isn't popping as much.
Yeah.
Because it isn't done yet. So that's good. That's good. Because that was the only issue I thought.
Yeah. Hey, Stanley. Yeah, no unboxing. I'm out of town on business. So I'm in a hotel right now. So I don't got no unboxing. But for sure, next Saturday and the following Saturday will be unboxing. So just let you know.
Nice. Yeah, I like this piece, man. I can't wait to see it like fully painted, fully like light up features, everything on this piece. So
they sent me some more stuff, but I'm just going to show this paint. They are doing a lighting situation with this particular piece. So for those that have this PO, they're doing a lighting to where you can have a remote control. And you can designate the speed if you want it solid, if you want different colors, whatever. So they really want to give the consumer a lot of options for those that PO'd it. So I've seen some of it. It's looking really good, but they're like, let's finish all the paint, let's put it together, and then we'll show what the lighting effect really looks like. Because when you bring in some half-ass stuff, it's not really a presentable thing.
Like Jarhead said though, man, it's moving along quick. So that's a good thing. Some custom pieces can take a while just to get anything out, looking out. So that's a good thing. That this is moving along quick. And it's a big, ambitious piece. So it's not like it's an easy 1/4 museum or anything, basic base or anything. It's like a very much a piece that needs a lot of attention to. In the stages of making it and the production and all that. So the fact that it's moving along this quickly and it's looking that good, that's great news, obviously. So,
yeah, I'm super psyched for it, man. They've been talking about it a lot. They've been moving it a lot. The factory's been working with them really well. I'm not sure too much about that kind of stuff, but the paint, I'm just really happy about how the paint turned out, especially the skin. Like I was really kind of doubting how the skin would turn out, if it would look good or not look good. but from those images I'm seeing, it looks great. So I like to see when they do like the professional pictures and stuff like that, how it would look professionally. But from what I'm seeing, I'm super psyched to see this piece in person. So hopefully, whenever it's done, they'll send me the proto, and I'll do the live unboxing on that proto, and we can all, get really good close-ups and see the details and the lights and all that good stuff. But it is a freaking massive piece. Like the piece is really, really big. I don't know if that 24-inch diameter turntable I have that Lazy Susan is going to fit that whole base, because that thing is massive.
I mean, another great thing about that statue is it doesn't have to be the full thing too. You can make it smaller if needed.
Yep.
So
yeah. So if you don't want the bottom platform, you just have the chair and him in it. And I believe the pillars on the side are removable, so you can have them, if you want to display with the mother boxes lit up and stuff. So that's really
Let's
cool.
be real. You need the pillars in the mother boxes. Let's be real.
You have to have the pillars.
It's like, what's the deal? Why are we doing this at that point? If we just have the straight throne piece. So.
I mean, honestly, you got to have the mother boxes on there. There's just
and that piece. It's having a Snyder portrait too, I believe, right?
Yeah, it has a movie portrait that lights up. Yeah, so very, very big, ambitious piece for sure. Very big, ambitious. So I'm really loving it. I really love the details on that, and it's looking fantastic. So let me take this off here real quick. So yeah, the paint job's there. That was the update. Here's another piece I like to talk about. The commissioner sent me this image. It's a fully rendered, and I know we talked about it before in the past. And I know, Marcos, you were like, it's got to have a smile. So it's the quarter scale Superman, Gary Frank. The artist was Gary Frank. It was more of a Christopher Reeve style portrait. So they sent me images of the full render. Let's take a look at the full render. I think it came out fantastic. The textures on the suit and everything. So let's pop that sucker up. Right there. And that is the Gary Frank portrait. And let me zoom in on the texture of the suit. So it is.
Great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Marcos? Because I know you're a big Superman guy. What do you think about the textures in the suit? And
texture in the suit looks great. I love it's hard to say, but the underwear, it looks good. Like it's good, length and everything. Like you kind of said, though, my issue with Superman, I don't want to go too much into it because I've done it a million times, is that the norm should be a happy Superman, not Zack Snyder, angry, pissed off at the world. His parents hate human beings too. That's not Superman. So the norm, put it like this, the Prime 1 Homelander piece has a smiling portrait, and we can't get a licensed smiling portrait of anything of Superman. That shit, it's just very annoying. So I just get upset with I love this the company too that's doing this unlicensed piece, the custom piece. Almost everything they do is great, but the fact that people I talked to JC about it too, man. I'm like these I remember I told him why didn't you do a smiling portrait of Superman? He's like, I never thought about it. That's the issue right now with Superman pieces. People just have to think the norm should be happy Superman, and then you can have the other portraits that are angry, mean, whatever. But the norm. The standard should be happy Superman. That's my issue. Christopher Reeve was a very happy Superman too. He was all but this looks like Reeve. So and then texture is great. The back of the I remember Roger said it. He had great critiques on it because he does 3D art thing. So like a great critique.
We're losing you there.
Oh, my bad. My connection is so bad right now. It's raining over here in Houston. So, you got me back?
Yeah, you're good now. I do like this. Okay, so I was misguided in this. So this is not Brainiac. It's one of his robots.
Metallo. I thought maybe it was Metallo.
No. So it was Metallo. No. He's fighting like Brainiac, and that's like one of Brainiac's robot. I know the last time we spoke about it, I actually showed close-up details of this robot. And then I talked to the commissioner. He's like, no, that's not Brainiac. That's just the robot that he destroyed. That's part of Brainiac. It's one of those things where I think each collector should tell a story behind the piece they pick up. Yeah. So necessarily doesn't have to coincide with the commissioner's idea of it. It's just what you make of it and how the story you want to come out towards your collection. What are your opinions, Jarhead? What do you think of this custom piece? I know you're a part of the custom world as much as I am. Just wanting your feedback, man.
I like the textures on the suit and everything. The proportions though on it, it's a little bit off. The neck in particular, it's a little long. I would definitely shorten that up if they can. But other than that, the textures look great. The paint, the colors and everything look great. It just the neck, I think it's bothering me.
Fair enough.
Other than that, the the muscles and everything look great. And like he was saying too, serious Superman, like that's all you ever see. So like it would be nice if you like I like this pose, honestly, to tell you the truth, the most out of all the ones I've seen. But because I understand most people, they recognize a happy Superman, but I like the idea of a pissed Superman.
I like it too. I like it too, but I'm just saying the norm should be a happy.
Yeah.
And then you could have the add-ons where he's mad. But the fact that we only get mad in statue form is very annoying to me.
Joe said, "Where I would prefer a mad Superman than a happy punk ass Superman. Either way, he gets beat up by the Green Rock and can't fight without his powers." Good. Fair enough, Jojo. Lane, what do you think, Lane?
I like how it looks. That portrait kind of terrifies me a little bit there, actually. That's like, is he turning into Bizarro or something there?
Whatever imagination thinks.
Yeah. Overall, I like it. The body proportions are interesting, but that is kind of how Garth Frank did them. So
yeah.
Be honest, Lane.
I do kind of like it. It's really the chest proportions to it just feel really weird to me, especially with kind of having the Christopher Reeve head sculpt, where I'm feeling too much Brock Lesnar and less Christopher Lee with the body hair.
Yeah.
And it may just be for me. It's just because I'm feeling the comic body kind of here, but with like the live action person head.
Yeah.
And even though I know it's technically Gareth Frank's,
right.
And that's a testament how well they nailed the likeness from Frank's artwork. Yeah. But I'm kind of I'm running into like, this looks like Megaroid 1975 Christopher Reeve here.
Well, if you look at, I believe some of Jim Lee's art, his chest kind of stuck out like that too.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. This could give Rob Liefeld, Captain America, a run for the chest.
I was just about to say that.
It could give if he's getting there, he's not quite that big, but the suit and everything, leaving that out, I think the suit and the colorations look really nice. I like this is kind of a nice a modern interpretation of the throwback costume, kind of like 70s and early 80s kind of Superman. This doesn't feel like old Silver Age mega weird story super dick Superman that you. I know Marcos talks about like Superman being smiling. Yeah, if you look at some of the old stars, he was smiling as he was doing really terrible things, like zapping Lois Lane or Jimmy Olsen with funny rays that would like turn them into dogs and different stuff like that, or whatever. Or like, I'm going to teach Lois a lesson by, erasing her memory and doing something crazy.
Yeah. It's funny too how he loses certain abilities throughout the generations, right? Because you don't see him.
No. Yeah, there's some that are better left forgotten.
Yeah, he gained some abilities too out of nowhere.
Yeah, or just of course that's like, if you look back, I don't know, at Alfred back then, who's kind of dead right now, but he died and came back as another bad guy, and then got made better and didn't remember he was the bad guy for a while. I mean, there've been lots
can we just agree that comic companies don't know what the fuck they're doing in the past 30 years? Let's be honest here.
Past 30 years. There have been times 60 years ago.
Yeah, there we go.
But our parents were little kids. I mean,
Yeah.
there have been multiple times the comic industry has nearly died.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I actually like the base there, though. The robot head, honestly, I don't really like it that much. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just something randomly stupid looking.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't like the head. I just think it looks.
I mean, it's like it's subjective, and I talk about this a lot. It's I don't know if you could just pull the head off and just have the base just like that without the head. But
I might have a keyhole though, or something there.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you could put a brick over it or something. A lot of companies do that stuff, but I feel like it's just like the story you want to tell. But I feel it also gives you context. Like, it's not a boring base. It's got work was put behind this. Like, a lot of work was the newspaper in the back. You got the details on the head. I don't know if the eyes light up. That would be kind of cool if you could light up the head, like it's kind of dying down, maybe like a little flickering. That's pretty cool. I'm excited for the companion pieces that they have. I don't know if you know this, Jarhead, because I mentioned it a couple shows ago. Superwoman and Owlman. They had some, I can probably pop that up here, but they have some companion pieces for that. Let's see if I can find it here. So, yeah, right here. So this is Superwoman right there. So that was like what they sent me as a companion piece. So obviously no base. But they already
for the Ultraman piece, you're saying the Ultraman piece, the companion piece.
But I mean, okay, so the Ultraman piece has the same base as a Superman.
I'm just saying it's a companion to that, not that Superman, obviously.
Yeah. So because I'm talking about the base and the robot head and everything, so they have the companion piece for the Ultron. If you haven't seen that yet, and then the Owlman. So that's pretty much.
That's sick, man. I know what comic cover that's based off of, and it'll be a good look for a statue if they get it right,
Right.
I like the character of Owlman. He's a dope dude. So
yeah, he's really dope. And then wasn't there like a battle between Batman and Owlman, like in the Elseworld or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah, he kicked Batman's ass actually.
He did, and then Batman got the upper hand, obviously late game, but he put a LeBron, just last.
Oh
second.
My God, here we go. I gotta play the clip again, Marcos.
What clip?
Wait, did he just say so he came up short and then
I did not say that. I was saying he came out on top, baby. Batman.
Yeah, he's very much coming out on the top right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he's busy.
What's going on?
Like there's go down in a ball of flames.
Yeah. Marcos, I'm gonna play the clip again. Every time you say something ridiculously,
That's it. I love Step Brother.
Fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
I'm gonna play it every time you say
it. I love Step Brothers. I love it.
Oh my God, Jarhead's like, what the hell did I get myself into with these guys?
Like, who's this fucking young kid saying the shit? That's his mindset.
That is kind of sometimes where it is like literally young whippersnapper.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
But the thing is, I'm always right, so that's the thing. It's like, I win every time.
Oh, the younger generation is always right till they have their foot go in their mouth.
Yeah. Well, this Jarhead, if you haven't seen it, it's the same pretty much base. Instead of the robot, it has a sign. This Elseworld is ours, so that's pretty much. It's literally the same character, but a lot of people were asking for a classic, like 52 style Superman. So he went ahead and did the Gary Frank portrait and kind of used the same base and put the robot head on there instead. Which I kind of like the head on the robot. And it's like I said, it's subjective, right? Let me go back over here so I don't screw something up because there's another piece. So yeah, so even if you don't want the robot, Marco, see the Superman cape right there.
I didn't say anything about the robot. That was lame. I don't get it.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure. I think this is Ultraman's cape down here. There we go.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, so
cape. I don't know.
No, I think it's I think he said it was the Ultron cape because I was like, why do you have two Superman capes there? Like, what other shoe? He's like, no, that's Ultraman cape. He just kind of ripped it off his chest or something. I'm like, okay. But it's pretty cool. So I guess from what I'm looking at, you can swap from the head to the cape. So I'm assuming there's we'll find out if I get the proto. I'll find out, and then we'll kind of dissect it a little bit further. I know I'm not sure if it was Roger at the time or Jeffrey. He wanted to see more underneath the base, like some plumbing or something underneath the base.
I think that was Roger. Yeah,
it was Roger. Yeah, because Roger's he's a sculpting artist. He's been doing it for 2 decades. So, which I thought it was a great idea, but I think it was like the render and everything was completely done, and they were already headed to factory. So he's like, "Well, it's too late. I can't do anything like that." Fair enough. It's kind of like
that's nitpicky at the best. It's nitpicky.
Yeah, it's pretty nitpicky. But yeah, I think this came out really great. I like the Gary Frank portrait. You are right, Marcos. I did talk to him about potentially doing a smirk on there or a smile, but I haven't heard back. It just is what it is.
It's too late, like you said. Basically, everything's too late. I'm not getting into it again, but the fact that people aren't thinking of it, at least a smirking portrait of Superman. It's very sad that the culture is thinking Superman is Zack Snyder's Superman, which is
Jesus, man! Not everybody thinks Zack Snyder's Superman.
Yeah, that's what it is now.
No, Marcos, you got to understand. Look, like Jarhead, Lane, and myself. Okay, Henry Cavill is not the Superman for us. Okay, it's Christopher.
I like Henry Cavill. He got wrong.
Oh, that's fine. Of course you are, because you're Gen Z. But for us,
I'm a millennial, which is worse actually if you think about it.
For us it was Christopher Reeve. So we know you're a Cavill guy. Lane, what Superman's your Superman?
That's a tough one. I'd probably say Reeve, but I haven't watched his movies in 20 some odd years. I've watched Man of Steel a couple of times. I don't watch movies a lot over, except unless they're one of my all-time favorites, Alien and Aliens. I've watched those and combined probably 40 times or more. But I'd probably go Reeve number one, followed by, because there have been some good ones on TV too. But I would go Henry Cavill number two, because I like Cavill as Superman.
Me too. He just got done wrong.
He can't act though. He can't act. I'm sorry.
He's seen other movies.
How did that stop anybody?
He's the same character no matter who he plays.
Yeah.
Did you see him in Mission Impossible? Which one was it?
With the mustache.
Yeah, dude, he was awesome in that movie. He was great.
He has no facial expressions. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he just got done wrong. My Superman, though, you got it wrong. Actually, it's the animated series. That's my Superman. That it's
that's a very good thing, but that depends. You count that as falling into
that? I 100% count it, because the
well, I'm just saying there are people that, it's what Card's arguments about who's the best Joker. There's a lot of people who go Mark Hamill is the best Joker because he's his voice is the living arcade.
So are we talking all of media, or are we talking about movies? Are we talking about cartoons?
I thought live action was what we were talking about.
Because right now, actually, my favorite Superman is the Lois and Clark.
Yes, he's great.
I love the show.
I think for me, it's more of movie and TV. Animated, it's very broad. So you'll find a lot of good animated.
Yeah, challenging the
go back to the I'm with you on that. What's Lois and Clark guy? The show is hit or miss, but he did a great Superman.
Bro, he is such a good actor.
This is Superman right there. Yeah, 100%. I love the scene where he saves a kid. The kid's like, "Oh my gosh, I like your new suit." He's like, "Oh, thanks, my mom made it." That's Superman.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That's
that's Superman. Not fucking hey, shut up, kid, or some stupid shit Zack Snyder would do. So
Stanley's on kind of the opposite of us. For he's pretty much anybody but Cavill.
But it's not Cavill's fault. That's what my issue is. It's Zack Snyder's fault. That was my issue. But you got to think about it. Cavill had no say in anything because he was a startup actor at that point. He had no say. He just got a big role, so he's doing whatever the director says at that point.
But see, you can say that with Cavill, but I liked him as Superman. I thought he acted fine as Superman.
Me too.
That's That's like The Rock. The Rock is The Rock for the most part, but I loved him as Black Adam. I thought he was perfect playing Black Adam.
He wasn't bad at all. Yeah. Like,
no, yeah, he wasn't bad.
If you look at watch that movie Man from U.N.C.L.E. with Henry Cavill, he was great in that too. You had a cannibal playing opposite of him, which is weird, but it still was a good movie. Like Cavill can act. It's not his fault. He did as best as he could. It was Zack Snyder's fault and Josh Whedon. Those are the two people that ruined that whole story. Man of Steel actually was a movie that could have been great. There's two scenes that really ruined it. Obviously, snapping Zod's neck, and then Paul Kent saying you should not save human beings. That is the stupid. Oh my bad. 3 scenes. And then Paul Kent's death. That 3 scenes that are just absolutely.
Let's not start arguing all this.
And we won't. But that's all I'm saying. So
hey, this channel is all about this. So
that is true too.
You want to do shenanigans? Let's do shenanigans. I don't really care, but
I'm gonna disagree a little bit on a couple of those things there. I got why Paul Kent was saying at the time, where that scene where it says maybe you shouldn't save everybody, because I think there was a little bit of like maybe some people are supposed to die and you might be like interfering with the natural order of Earth, like your friends were supposed to die at that moment, and if you act, you might be changing that or something. Yeah. I think that now I'm going to agree with Marcos on the whole putting his hand out saying don't let me get run over by the tornado.
Yeah,
that was kind of stupid. I'm like you realize that Superman came even at that age. Superman moves at like Mach 10. No one's going to see him. He's just going to move. And people are gonna be like, "What happened?"
So annoying.
Everybody was worried about saving themselves, anyways. Nobody was paying attention to.
And there's our tornado coming towards.
Hey, you know who would have saved him
out there? Yeah, it's so.
Who would have saved him was my favorite second Superman. So Reeves is first, but Tom Welling, man, I really liked him as an actor.
He was good.
I really did like that. I just wish they would have. Well, they said they were going to do it, and they ended up not doing. But so the story that I hear is this new Lois and Clark was supposed to be a sequel of Tom Welling's Superman. So that's what I was like. Went after now he becomes Superman, and he goes through this whole transition. That's what was supposed to be in the script, but things didn't happen, and Tom Welling didn't do it. Now he's older, so they brought this other actor, which he did a great job. I watched a little bit of the show, not too much, because I work like crazy, but. Yeah, the other actor, I can't remember his name. Sorry about that, but yeah, he did a great job. But Tom Welling, man, I used to love watching it, and I think it derives more. And I know Jarhead, we're all in the same age, but I think it's more nostalgic for me. Everything that I've liked is usually older, right? It's very nostalgic. It's like when my dad's in his 70s, and I listen to a remake from the 70s. I think it's great, but he hates it. He likes the original, right? So it's always that nostalgia of how you grew up and things like that. So. That's probably why my top 2 favorite are, Reeves and Welling. And same thing with, the Jokers, right? Jack Nicholson was fantastic, but Heath Ledger just really took it to the top.
Yeah, next level.
Right.
But that movie actually, like that's when Christian Bale started doing that dumbass voice, and like that movie actually was carried by Joker 100%, like easily 100%. Like that Batman actually is not a very good Batman, but. What's his name? Did an amazing job, Heath Ledger as a Joker. And congrats!
Just like have a thing to go like take a car and run over my feet every time because he decides to diss everything that I like and think is the best.
What?
Like Bale Batman
is movies to an extent, but my gosh, can we at least say that they're not hockey pads? Like we can at least say that's bad. Like it's not a good voice.
That's goofy, but you're like. You said he's like the word. I'm like, you are just obsessed with. He's my favorite live action Batman. I think he's the best Batman. He is the best total Batman. If you don't agree, you're stupid. I'm sorry. I'm going to say you're stupid.
You're stupid. Who is the best Batman there, Lane?
Bale Batman is the best Batman. Live action Batman.
I would say.
This is the thing. I'm combining the Bruce Wayne and the Batman together.
Yeah.
To make the whole character.
Yeah, he was a good Bruce Wayne.
They're the same character. You have to take both parts.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he was a good Bruce Wayne. That's my point. Like,
you're trying to split them. I'm saying you can't. They are the Bruce Wayne. No, Bruce Wayne and Batman are the same character. They are
I'm
one
talking about
person.
acting wise.
They are
Like,
character.
acting wise, you can definitely separate them because he does a good Bruce Wayne and he does a bad Batman. Keaton was in the middle between both, and then
he's not a bad Batman. He's a great
Batman.
I'm sorry, you're gonna get me fired up on this.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Jarhead's like, this is some nonsense.
I'm not
Jarhead's like, this is the worst show ever.
I am not going to stand aside why someone calls him a great Bruce Wayne.
We all have our favorites, regardless. So
I get fired up sometimes when people are like saying he's split. No, Bruce Wayne and Batman are one character. That's why I don't think Pattinson is a great Batman.
So you just split them up.
Bruce Wayne. No, he's not a great Batman because his Bruce Wayne is terrible.
These guys are nuts.
He's an emo Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he's a very emo Bruce Wayne.
And I don't think Batfleck is a good Batman is because he murders people.
Yeah, exactly. I will say this though, that movie was one of the only movies that showed his detective side.
Yes. So
which I really like.
That is the one. That is the very good.
Lane, this is my point. Like Jarhead said it perfectly. So. Reason why I separate them, Lane, you got to understand what I'm trying to say. Is that because that Pattinson Batman actually is the best Batman we've seen on screen, but his Bruce Wayne is fucking horrific. But we got to see at least a second movie. That's what I would say. Michael Keaton was average at both. He was like a jack of all trades, master of none at each of them.
Extreme.
Yeah, and then obviously Clooney and them were just jokes, kind of. And then the Christian Bale was not a very good Batman action scene wise. He wasn't a good voice wise.
That was Chris Nolan. If you're gonna throw,
Chris Nolan gave a lot of freedom to his actors, and he gave freedom to be able to do that dumbass voice.
However, I'm just gonna say
the best thing about those movies was a story.
Yeah,
It was a story-driven movie. It didn't have great action. The acting wasn't that great. It was a story-driven movie.
Yes. And like I said, let me just finish my last point with Christian Bale. His Bruce Wayne was a very good Bruce Wayne, but his Batman was not a bad it was a bad Batman. Meaning you have to separate those because they are actually two different characters completely.
They're one and
they're two different forms of the same person.
One person, Batman.
Well, then you guys are not going to like my opinion.
Here we go.
And I've said it before. My opinion. Okay, I'm with Aiden. My top Batman is Keaton. Okay, by far,
I get it.
Is Keaton. But my favorite Bruce Wayne, you guys already know who my favorite Bruce Wayne is Val Kilmer, because he's literally like the fuckboy of Bruce Wayne. He did a great job in terms of the playboy part of it. And Val Kilmer is an absolutely amazing actor, especially in Tombstone. Like he did the best.
Oh yeah, but that's the one role everybody knows him for.
Yeah, Daisy, if you do, I get it. He killed it.
I know him as Iceman personally, but
there you go, Iceman.
Yeah, well, he was good as Iceman too.
Iceman,
but Jarhead, if you haven't watched Tombstone, man, you got to watch it. Like Val Kilmer,
of course, I watched Tombstone.
Okay.
Come on, well, you all know.
Hey, I'll be your Huckleberry.
Daisy, if you do, come on, bro. He killed that role.
Well, supposedly
you remind me of me.
Yeah.
Stanley's like, I'm crazy. What are you talking about, man? It's just like if you're talking about character-wise, not even the actors, right? The character-wise, I feel that Keaton did it the best and the original. Don't get me wrong. I think Bale did an absolutely great job as an actor, and he is as an actor. American Psycho and all those other movies, right? Equilibrium. I loved him in Equilibrium. He did an amazing fucking job. But when it comes to the characters themselves, I think Keaton knocked it out of the park, and I think Val Kilmer did the best Playboy version of it. That's just my opinion on it. But then again, remember, this is in the 90s, 80s and 90s, and I'm a nostalgic guy. But I'm not saying anybody else is terrible. I'm not even going to, even though Aiden said that, was it Aiden? Who said that Affleck was the word? Yeah, Ben Affleck sucks ass, right?
Because he's a fucking mass murderer. Like he's worth.
Should be. So we're not talking about. We're talking about acting wise, not him being a mass murderer.
He had the most potential to be the best, but he literally should be in prison because he's killed more people on screen than the Joker has in that universe.
Look, we got some
Like, what the fuck
drama
we
here.
do?
Look, Affleck sucks ass. Extreme Gamer, thanks for joining. Ben Affleck by far was the worst, and then Cypher's like he was the best. So,
No, but one fight, dude, he had the most potential because he was 6'5".
The fighting was the
exactly.
He was
6'5".
He was intimidating. He was intimidating Batman.
But they did not know who Zack Snyder does not know who Batman is. That's literally what it is. And him and Ben Affleck just did not know how to do that character. The fact that he used guns is the most sacrilegious thing that they did. That was Batman hates guns, and this dude is using fucking damn near Uzis in that movie. I'm like, what are we doing?
That's what from that recent animated series that's kind of in the quasi sort of 1940s series. The one scene I thought that series got it. Now, there were some episodes I liked, some I really hated. I liked 3 episodes, 9 or 10 or whatever it was. But the one scene I thought that was nailed right is where he uses a gun, shoots around the gangster who shot Harvey Dent, and then just like looks at it and just throws it away and then punches the guy out because he's so mad watching, his friend, basically his friend get killed in front of him and dying. I thought that was like perfectly nailed how Batman feels about gun. Well, X-Men goes, no X-Men Juggernaut, bro. I hate DC. Well, that's understandable. But hey, I'm glad William was willing to go do just put out. Hey, these are the guys I like, and I do think Val Kilmer kind of gets it because he's in the middle, kind of between. He's more the era of Batman and I think his Batman gets thrown in with the Batman and Robin Clooney Batman because that's when that's the Joel Schumacher. Where everybody thinks that where it did become a little bit more night glow.
Yeah,
from Batman Returns.
It gets campy, night glow. It's weird.
Honestly, the worst character in that in Batman Forever is Two-Face because Two-Face. And I don't even blame Tommy Jones. He looked for and some of the things where you've got. I'm never gonna mind looking at Drew Barrymore in that outfit.
Right.
In the mid '90s, man, never gonna mind that. I might have been going like, why are these two ladies being like henchwomen for this guy? I don't quite get it, but okay.
Uma Thurman, man, she looked great.
It was just so weird.
That was Batman and Robin, but it was. I think the thing is his character was just as much as Mr. Freeze kind of felt so. Two-Face felt like it was like Tommy Lee Jones watched Jack Nicholson's Joker and without the joke so much played him manic because if you really watch his Two-Face, he's playing a like almost Nicholson-esque manic acting style for that. It's not the same thing as the Joker with the joke puns and different things like that. But some of his plans are like almost to kill Batman or almost exactly like something the Joker would have done. And if maybe not the original Burt one, but if he had been like in a sequel or something, to try and one up, the first movie, you could have seen something like Nicholson Joker if they made him a little goofier. More Cesar Romero Joker. I just took that because Nicholson was very much Cesar Romero Joker in certain things, but a little bit more sinister and a little bit more pulled back on the goofy factor.
And Aiden, real quick, Alicia Silverstone was Batgirl, and then Drew Barrymore was like a hench woman for Two-Face.
She was the quote good side. She was kind of the good side of him.
I'm just curious here. X-Men exclusive. Eating dog shit before watching Batman flick. That's kind of tough. But I do agree with you on the game.
I'm not willing to go that far, man. I'll go. I have sat through Batman and Robin multiple times, and that is like literally.
Freeze.
Oh, by the way, I will tell you guys. I will tell you guys. I'm not going to go into details about it because I don't want to remember it.
You should.
But I went to see Kraven.
Yo, you did. What did you think? I heard it's horrible.
It is absolute. I'm not sure I quite agree with John Campanella. It's one of the 10 worst movies ever made. But there is a point in that movie where you spend like over 20 minutes with a young teenage Craven after seeing those 8 minutes with Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
That was fucking terrible.
Oh wow!
It was
because I was literally there's like an IMAX down the street from this hotel. To watch it.
I'm going to just tell you this: if you were like, absolutely, I'm going to go see a new release movie, for whatever your preconceived notions about me, I would tell you you're probably better off going to see War of the Rohirrim because
please stop.
No, just for the simple fact, I can guarantee it's going to have an actual story that makes sense.
Okay, I get what you're saying now.
I mean, now this might be comparing The Last Jedi, which had a story that was fucking stupid, but at least from A to Z made sense for the story it was trying to sell. Versus Rise of Skywalker.
What the fuck?
But its story that it was trying to sell had a coherent story from beginning to end. Unlike Rise of Skywalker, which was just a bunch of goddamn scenes thrown up on the screen that actually didn't have any connection or make any sense whatsoever. That is what Kraven the Hunter was.
Wow. I mean, the trailer, they made it look so good. And I was
everything that was good.
Honestly, not a Spider-Man verse guy. I mean, I think they're cool. Venom's cool and all that good stuff. But I'm not like super diehard, even though I read the comics and stuff like that. But I was really excited for the trailer. I'm like, oh shit, they got some really good actors in here. This is going to be great, better than Madam Web. And let's just face it. The only reason why I watched Madam Web was Sydney Sweeney. That's the only fucking reason.
Yeah. Just to answer, Vibranium asked like who would win Batman would crush Moon Knight.
Yeah, he beats Moon Knight. Like, what the hell are we talking about here? Like, stop.
Moon Knight could be crazy. Batman would find a way to like, especially if it's like Grant Morrison, God Batman, God Destroyer Batman would have a spray in his belt, which would like cause both personalities of Moon Knight to try inside his head. We would see little bubble things of them punching each other in the face right before Batman decks them.
You know how people say get Batman a week and then he'll beat anybody else? Bro, get Batman in 3 hours. He can beat almost anybody after that. So.
What was that, Jarhead?
I will say in the recent comic books, though, there was a storyline that that Moon Knight got like a significant power increase, and he was taking out the Avengers by himself.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I seen that, Jarhead, and I know he took out Thor pretty quick. Because he was able to hold Mjolnir, because Mjolnir is made out of the moon.
He controlled because it was like some kind of special rock.
Yeah,
that was. Yeah, he was kicking all their asses. It was a good. It was a pretty good story, actually.
It's a good story. Check it out. If no one's ever seen that before, Moon Knight really.
Moon Knight by Jen McKay. I just bought because I started reading with Vengeance Moon Knight like a year ago after he died. I picked up the omnibus that actually collects the first 30 issues of, because unfortunately, guys, Marvel, likes to reboot stuff. So we've had Moon Knight, we have had Vengeance of the Moon Knight, and now the current reboot with the same creative team every time is Fist of Khonshu. New Mutants, man. No one remembers that movie, but that movie was terrible.
It was bad.
That was actually the last movie for
the
old X-Men movies.
Both Phoenix movies have been horrible too. It's so funny.
I actually like Days of Future Past, and mostly because the Wolverine.
That movie's amazing. What are you talking about? That's not a controversial opinion.
That's
what makes it. X-Men 2 and Days of Future Past.
Logan was probably the best movie out of all the X-Men movies.
Logan. I agree. I think Logan was like the best kind of finale. And it kind of should have stuck with that, even though I'm glad to see Hugh Jackman come back. But it was like one of the best finales. But Logan, the vibe of Logan gave me the Patterson Batman vibe in terms of it was more storytelling than all that superhero action stuff. So that was the kind of the vibe. And don't get me wrong, I love Patterson's Batman. I do like his Batman. Like his Bruce Wayne, not so much. Yeah, the whole emo thing. Yeah, but his Batman, I really dove into that story and him being a detective. Like I'm big on video gaming, and I have the VR Batman game, and I played that a bunch of times. Yeah, it's really fun to play. It was like really cool and being a detective and stuff. So the Logan movie really gave me that vibe, and that's why I loved it so much. And obviously, you have Patrick Stewart in it and all these great actors and stuff. So
what I would say with the Pattinson, I need to see a scene in the next movie because he plays the Playboy, obviously. So I need to see Pattinson like in a mirror, looking at himself, like trying to make himself smile. Like because he can't smile. Like say he's going to a big event with a bunch of people, and he's trying to make himself smile and be Bruce Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I need to see that scene. If we don't see him be Bruce Wayne in the next movie, then I'm done with the Pattinson thing. But the first movie wise, the best Batman we've ever seen on screen, 100%.
And the best thing,
horrible.
The best thing that Pattinson ever did for us is that we can say Batman did actually nail Catwoman on the Batmobile.
Oh my gosh!
Because that actually did happen with Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz, and she had a kid.
What the hell?
So there's a Huntress in the future.
First Class and Days of Future Past. I love those movies too, man. The third one, the Phoenix one, horrifically bad. No, that's the fourth one. The third one was Apocalypse, which is bad too. So
yeah, they got two good. The first one was good, maybe not great, but it was a perfect reset.
Yep.
The Days of Future Past, just everything managed to work just right.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Apocalypse, horrible.
And then Apocalypse was what happened? Like something happened Phoenix, in the creative process.
Drunk. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix, we're really drunk right now. That's what that was.
Well, that was Kinberg, who now is supposed to be doing Star Wars. Excuse me.
Yeah,
I mean, the only I don't know if you feel the same, guys, but comment in it. Days of Future Past. I just wish I seen more of the future and not so much of the past. Because I get it, Days of Future Past, and if you read the comics, you'll get it too. But I really want to see more of Bishop, Blink, Iceman, Torch, all those characters, Colossus. It just went so fast. Everybody got their asses kicked, and I was just like, Storm is usually like an Omega mutant, and she just gets tanked. And I'm like, why?
Hey man, all I can say is for Blink in that movie, the Chinese government did make Bing Bing Fang kind of disappear, Blink out of existence for a while too. Actually, a few years ago.
But still, it was like if you look at X-Men Apocalypse and how Magneto was so OP, and in Days of Future Past, he just gets smashed so quickly. Like, what happened to that OP there?
But
he did age like 40 years.
He wasn't facing prime Sentinels at that time though, too. Like in Days of Future Past.
One thing we were having on the Super Sentinel, I wanted to see effing Master Mold, man. Like, where's Master Mold or Nimrod?
No, but Marcos in the Apocalypse, he literally sucked the metal of the whole planet.
I know, and he was bringing up metal.
Sentinels that are coming through out of metal.
So those Sentinels though, they were basically Nimrod Sentinels. If you think about it, they're basically Nimrods. So they adapt to the powers of the people that are fighting. So I mean, it kind of made sense in a way.
I don't know. If the Sentinels were all made out of plastic, I get it. He's struggling a little bit. But
they were like a hive mind too. They said too, because once one got killed by one, the other one learned what happened and right away. So talk DC, not Marvel. Hey, look, if you want to talk about Marvel, I can shit on fucking MCU right now if we wanted to. So
don't even start Marvel. But Cypher did make he mentioned around 9:00, and I wanted to jump into that. He just secured LBS Wonder Woman Ultimate. So congratulations with that. You got yourself a Christmas present. That's super cool. So
I'm getting that too. So
I'm gonna pop that up just for Cypher. Thank you for tuning in. And there she is. That's the piece that he picked up.
Awesome, man.
It's an awesome piece. Kudos to Jay. Really good piece. Let me zoom in there. We'll get to portrait pictures. Just for Cypher for always being here on the channel. And since we're talking about DC and stuff, favorite Wonder Woman. Sorry, Linda Carter. Sorry, Gal Gadot's my second, but Linda Carter will always be my favorite.
She's a horrible actor. My God, Gal Gadot, but she's hot. So
shut up, Marcos. She's awesome. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
He sucks as an actor, but
Marcos, you're about to get booted, man, and probably put in suspension for the rest of the year. Man, this was good though. Now I will have to say for myself, I like how this one really looks a lot. But if I get a Wonder Woman, it's going to be that Justice one from Alex Ross.
Yeah, that's a good piece. This one, I really like this one with the sword and the armor. Really, I just like the way
And
she's very stoic-y.
The pricing for this one is also really good. I know I was just checking out Spec Fiction for like between $14.50 to $17.50.
That's
which
great.
is a nice rate. Which, yes, it is still expensive. Guys would understand that, but for third scale right now, that's a very competitive price. It's competitive with this scale right now. I guess you could compare it for just recent releases. Third scale Siri from Prime One directly from them is like $199. But if you're getting it from them, you got to include, probably $300 in shipping or $400.
Yeah.
So
at this point,
I got a Batman Beyond piece recently, and it's $1,700 for 1/3 from Prime One, and I get 1/4 of what I get with this statue.
Yeah.
It is about the same price, exactly. So,
So Jay's being real smart marketing wise. You're getting a lot of stuff. If you look here, you got the 4 portraits, you got the the bodies, you got the stands for the other upper torsos. So this is a really good deal for that price. For a 1/3, it's a really good deal.
So can I say 2 things? I love the statue. I'm getting it, so that's another thing. 2 things I wish that I saw on this is that I wish we had a skirt option with her, lower body. That would have been cool because like the modern Wonder Woman look has the skirt option, which is cool. And then I wish, can I bring this up real quick, Will?
Go for it.
I never thought of this for some reason, but the Lane was talking about the piece just now. Where is it? I'm going to bring it up. But the paint job Prime One did on that Alex Ross one is like on the gold area is so good.
Yeah, I know that's that's one of the things from the Justice ones really caught your eye.
You guys see right there?
Yeah.
So that gold right there, if I don't like the like when I get this Wonder Woman in hand, I'm gonna send it to a paint job person to get it to look like this.
Yeah, free.
This paint job right here, that gold like shiny look is amazing. I don't know why no one's thought about this with Wonder Woman pieces, but this, I think her portrait looks horrific. She looks like a dude, like
that's
straight up.
That's definitely a guy.
Yeah, that's a fucking dude. That's
but that's how she looks by. But yeah, oh god, guys, Jesus. That's how she looks by Alex Ross, man. That's like,
no, I get that point because he does make Wonder Woman look like a dude. It looks like Amy Schumer. I always say that with black hair, so I would say that. But all I want on this piece on the
John Cena's gonna get mad at you for saying that, all right?
So all I want on that, but that 1/3 LBS piece is that paint job on that chrome gold look. Yeah. I will get someone to buy do that myself.
I'm going to say, despite my preference, but it's also I'm not the biggest Wonder Woman fan, and I'm considering getting the Superman and the Wonder Woman from Justice. Like that's there from the last showcase because I think I'm pretty much locked on Prime One is like what I'm very focused on for statues I'm going to get. Possibly into the new year. I think, like, if we're talking 2026, like, let's say we're meeting like this end of December, 2026. Yeah, Marcos is very good at speaking a lot of bull donkey or bull jive.
He looked like Amy Schumer, just I don't know, Ozempic.
He's good at speaking, as Shannon Sharp would say, that bull jive.
I agree with Aiden. I agree with Aiden. The art germ, I have that one. I think it's the best portrait for a woman.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the Prime 1/4. What is it? The Injustice piece.
That's
the
piece.
Gal Gadot piece, like portrait. Yeah. That one's actually the best portrait I've ever seen.
Yeah, that Wonder Woman, I think, is going to be like if we're talking 2026, like this time or something like that, or early 2026. That is going to be going forward. Like if you're ever going to quote try and beat that Wonder Woman for the total value and the look and everything, that is probably going to be the better. Like, okay, can you possibly top this Wonder Woman? Let's see you try and do it. Whoever the manufacturer would be.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Well, Jarhead, what do you think? What's your favorite Wonder Woman portrait have you seen in terms of 1/3 quarter scale. For me, it'll always be the Archer Prime 1/3 scale. I have that piece at home and I absolutely love it. I think it's stunning. Wish there was a couple more portraits, but I'm happy with Archer. He's an amazing artist.
So my
Archer's
favorite
great.
one I've seen so far, but they screwed it up with sideshows. I really liked the prototype of that statue. Yeah. A lot. I really dug the portrait on it, but it came out crap. So I don't like sideshows hit or miss with their paint, and I don't understand what is going on with that, because one time it'll be amazing, like the Batgirl that just came out, amazing statue. It looks great, but then it'll be that Green Lantern. It's like. What are they doing? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Pose is what shot that one in the face.
Since you brought it up, Jarhead, I'm gonna bring it up. This is the Batgirl Jarhead's talking about.
I love the swap outs.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, a custom group is doing a swap out. So let me zoom in on that swap out.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So instead of the crowbar,
whatever. I actually don't care about the portrait. The Batarang makes so much sense for this piece.
Yeah, that's the one.
You drive me nuts, man. That portrait is freaking fantastic, and it's very
not better than the original. It's not better than the original. The original is better, man. 100%.
I don't know, Jarhead. You have a better opinion than Marcos. What do you think?
Boy, this
I like the original portrait on it for sure, but I also like the open hair too. So I want to see it when it's done. Obviously, it's not. It's just like. A render, so I can't say whether or not it's better than that one or the other one. I will say that the original one is amazing.
Yes,
and if I collected DC, I would be all over that statue. But I got to see the
Jarhead's a Marvel guy. Let's kick him out. Let's kick him.
Yeah. Well, all I'm gonna say is right now after that.
I'm a Marvel guy. What are you talking about?
I like both. Deadpool is my favorite character. That's Marvel right there. So
all I can say right now is that, as Marcos was saying that, William was like wishing he could be reincarnated as Marco's big brother, so he could have excuse to run him into the side of the wall there, have him in a headlock, and be giving him a super older brother noogie to the head, like noogie for saying that. Say uncle and take it back. This doesn't stop.
I will say though that it doesn't make sense, that swap out head, because it's not Batwoman, it's Batgirl. So I will say that.
But where in the world that Batgirl will beat Clayface? I see Batwoman beating Clayface because she's older.
Batwoman's the worst character DC's ever created. So don't even talk about it.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ, Marco! God damn it! Hold on, Marcos.
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Jesus Christ, Marcos, you're driving me nuts today.
Do you actually like Batwoman though? Like Batwoman?
I do.
Modern Batwoman, I like.
Yeah, modern. Yeah.
Yeah, the old like yellow suit from the 60s and early 70s look.
Yeah.
She was cool. She was kind of cool in Batman Brave and the Bold, the animated series.
Yeah, she was cool. Here's my thing, and I've always been a big fan of this. Regardless of the version of the character you like, I love that custom groups are doing swap outs for particular pieces. I really like that. It's like, I know you've guys seen it. You guys been around the block. Thanos on Throne. Someone did a Venomize. Okay, Thanos on Throne. They did a Venomize, and I thought it looked great. Like the Venomized face, the hands was all Venomized. It's sold out, so that means a lot of people did like it. So I like the idea of getting a piece that as great as this Batgirl is, and giving the consumer a little extra. But like, hey, we got these swap outs. I got Prime 1 Hush Black, and a custom group did a Jim Lee portrait. I picked it up because I love Jim Lee art, and it looks great on black. I took a picture. I know I posted it somewhere, but I really like the idea behind this. Jarhead, we're custom guys. What do you think? Do you like the idea that custom groups are doing these sort of things? I don't know about that big ass gun though.
It just, all it does is add to the piece. It makes a great piece more special. Because you have these extra pieces to it. So, but I will say though, like these add-ons, because of that, like a big influx of people came to my group asking about these pieces. So there's just like a big influx of people trying to figure out where these pieces are. So that goes to show you how popular something like this is.
And two, how much people like this, the originals. I mean, it was like an ES of 2200, which was insane.
Yeah.
For like the last year and a half, almost 2 years for them.
Here's a challenging part for this custom group is if they're gonna do this, like if 2200 were sold, only 30 of you are gonna get this because I don't think they're gonna produce more than 30. You know, because it's custom.
They're not gonna nearly sell that many for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, what if all 2200 wanted it? And it's like, well, tough shit.
My biggest issue with this piece is that crowbar, like, you know, on our right arm.
I just need the electro battering. That's the one thing I look here. I'm like, why is that not didn't need an alternate heads up, just a battering to replace the stupid crowbar. That's the only thing so the one thing Marcos and I agree on. I hate the crowbar. It's why I did not buy the statue.
First off, if you're fighting Clayface, crowbar would be the most worthless weapon of all time.
Well, like, and I always associate. I have started with Batman characters. Crowbar.
Maybe it's a special crowbar.
It's Jason Todd. Yes, exactly.
I associate Crowbar and Jason Todd together, so I don't see that being something.
Look, here's the thing: you guys need to analyze it this way. And Jarhead just said it. Okay, it's a special crowbar. Okay, there's something about it that she kicked Clayface's ass with it. Okay, so Jarhead's correct. This is a special crowbar.
She went to freaking Kunlun and traded in crowbar foo.
That's right. And then, it's like an iron fist crowbar.
She knows how to make it like shake at a certain harmonic level that it breaks down matter around it. So that's how she was able to first turn.
It's the bat crowbar,
Mudman,
right?
the magic Mudman into like goo, and then chuck a point blank range little batarangs into him.
It's the what, Jarhead?
If they had a crowbar
it's the bat crowbar.
Yeah, if they had a bat crowbar with like electricity around it, like some kind of effect. Okay, cool. No, she's just grabbing a fucking crowbar from a fucking mechanic, and then
See, now you're assuming. Maybe you're just assuming she grabbed one. Maybe she had it the whole time. It was on her utility belt.
Oh my gosh! All I know is this: I love this piece. If it was 1/3, I would love it. I would hate still the crowbar. The battery. All you had to do is that right there, the battery. That's all you had to do.
Yeah.
All you had to do. And then, like Jarhead said, it's not fucking Batwoman, who's one of the worst characters that's ever been created in the past 30 years. So that portrait is not Batgirl. That's Batwoman, 100%. So, but the batarang.
Essentially the same person, Marcos.
No, it's not. No, don't you ever say that.
It is a different suit, though.
Different suit, but 100% different characters. 100%. The only thing they have in common is they're women. That's all it is.
Oh my god.
So, and they're both redheads, I guess. One's a natural redhead, and one has a wig. So there we go, I guess.
Let's see. Right portrait better than the left. Left is really nice though. So there you go. Cypher likes.
Yeah, I think the left is portrait-wise is almost all spot on for a Barbara Gordon. They give her a sexy body, like proportion-wise and everything. So that's awesome. I hate that statues make some like female characters like not sexy. I don't know why they do that, but
what if they give her a wheelchair swap out?
That would be badass.
Yeah, dude, let's do that.
There's gotta be a 1/3 scale wheelchair. That's a 1/3 scale wheelchair. Okay, I would so pick it up too.
Stephen Hawking's edition. That's what they would say.
Let's see.
Wait, what did Cypher say? I saw that. Batgirl.
Well, Stanley said Batgirl and Batwoman are totally opposites.
Yeah, 100%. One's
it's the same person. One is younger and one is older. Thank you, Cypher.
Not just that. One's damn near a mass murderer, and the other one does not murder people.
Oh my god. Marcos, when you get older, like myself and some of the other gentlemen, you start thinking a little bit differently. But right now,
you live in California, though. That's why you guys are so crime.
Hey, I may live in California, but I grew up in third world country as well. Okay, so don't put me 100% California.
That third world country probably is better than California right now. So let's be honest.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, my family grew up in Stockton, California. I've been there a million times. We don't want to go back.
That's where I work. I work in Stockton. I know what you're talking about.
We don't want to go back.
Yeah, well, I have to. I get paid to go there, so I got to go there.
Hey, God bless you.
But no, I still personally I think it's great. I think the extra portraits to swap out to pieces that are licensed. I think it really, like Jarhead said, it gives you a little bit extra. I don't know what the cost will be for it, but I'm sure it won't be that expensive to add.
It'll probably be definitely under $500. I would say probably
Like
three something.
Yeah. So
there's an interest list going on right now. So
yeah, no, for sure. I know. I saw the post, and I'm like, okay, so he's trying to get serious with it, but it's like he should be the commissioner should be lucky enough to be able to sell out quickly. And if you haven't seen their product yet, and I know I talked about their product a little bit, I know they got a Superman Hush coming out that I think it's going to blow out Prime One's Hush from what I've seen. They've done, I think Lane, I showed you, they got the OG God of War with all the swap outs and armor. So the work and the paint they do and the sculpt they do is fantastic. It's on point. So yeah, this is just kind of like a little Photoshop edit to show people what it could potentially look like until they actually come out with the render. I'm pretty sure Jarhead or myself will get it and post it and talk about it on our streams. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm glad you brought this up, man. It is an awesome piece. I know Tim in my area, I haven't yet got the chance to go see it in person, which I hope I can soon. But I'm stuck up here. I'm snowed in.
Cypher, it should be coming out for sure. Will probably knows way more than me about it.
They were talking about trying to get interest for it. There's already enough interest. Yeah. I want to say there was at least 15 to 20 people that joined my group just to ask about the pieces. So there's enough interest, so it's gonna get made.
So what this proves is that I was right that the Civil War is fucking retarded. Like 100%.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So.
No.
Well,
but we'll let you have it. We'll let you have it, Marcos. We'll let you have it.
Thank you.
Marcos has already set his foot on fire enough times today. As it is.
But I haven't been wrong time, so.
The amount of times you've been wrong tonight, has sent you to the back of the line.
It's like literally a record. It's like he's like every stream. Every stream we put him on, he's breaking records. He's just
Bale is bottom 2 of Batman, so I was just saying that.
Here we go. And so
I'm gonna bite my tongue so that we don't we got other things to cover.
If we go by age, I wouldn't be surprised Alan say that the original Batman was the best Batman, which was that Adam West. Yeah, it was in my.
Well, no, there was an earlier Batman too in like the 40s, the first serials.
That's true. Yeah, it was black and white. That's right. I'm glad Marcos had to work tomorrow because if he was drunk, wrong would be safe, but he's sober and wrong.
I'm definitely not sober.
Make sure you get plenty of sleep so you sleep all the wrongs out of you so you're ready to do all the rights tomorrow.
I'm ready to go, baby. I'm ready to go. I got about 20 alarm clocks on already. So
to answer Cypher in terms of the ES for this piece, it doesn't necessarily is set. So
it's gonna be set. It ain't gonna be like 60 people show up and you all get it. It's generally always set. So it's probably going to be between 30 to probably 50 maybe pieces.
Yeah, no, I mean normally from what I know, it's usually 30 to 60. I've seen 30 to 80, and I've seen 30 to 200. So that's why I say it potentially might not be set because of the particular piece it is. But we won't know until the commissioner decides of what it is. So if you have the piece and you're interested, I'm pretty sure Jarhead has the info. I know I have the info, and we'll send you to wherever you need to go to get your name in the hat. I say it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. If there's a piece you want to PO, just freaking put the NRD down. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you have the money or not. Just secure yourself a spot. Just make sure you have the money, obviously, but secure your spot, or else you're just gonna lose it.
I will tell you though, they're not making 2,200 of these though.
No, that's a bad thing to do as a custom group. You do not want to make that much. So for those that are watching. For those that follow Jarhead on Custom Produce and myself and ASV Collectibles, just stay tuned. Info will show up. And if you guys are interested, contact either one of us. I'll put Custom Produce link in the description here on this video. For those that want to click on their page, please subscribe to Jarhead's Custom Produce. They're great guys. And subscribe to their YouTube channel too. They're pretty awesome. But yeah, this piece is freaking amazing. Marcos, I think, went to go throw up because he's out of his mind today.
Dude,
But there's
I'm right here, dude. What the hell? Throw up, man. What the hell?
All right, I got another one here for you, Marcos. This just came in. I know you know about it because you PO'd this piece.
Oh yeah,
right here. So that is the custom mongrel, and this is a swap out arm with the Superman cape. We did not talk about this because it wasn't available at the time. Commissioner sent me a message saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. I want to put Superman's cape. I think it's freaking fantastic that they put the cape on there. I would like to see what did Freddie call that weird octopus thing in the other hand?
I forgot the name of it, but it's like it changes your memories of what your past was and all that. I forgot what the name exactly is.
You know what it is, Jarhead?
What was that? I didn't catch that.
For do you know about this character Mongrel?
Mongrel, yeah.
Yeah, what's that substance? It looks like an octopus he puts on people's chest.
The starfish that you put on the face?
No, it's on the chest, it's not on the face. Mongrel doesn't use the fish. He uses like an octopus thing. Gosh, I wish Freddie was here because he knows all about that stuff. So Mongrel, yeah, he uses this even in the animated series. He used it on Superman. So Superman pretty much was living a different life in his mind, that he had his family, he was in Krypton and all this good stuff. And Batman's like trying to talk to him on the other side and telling him to come back. And eventually, you know, he has his son in Krypton and he tells him, hey, I have to go back. I'm sorry, I'm leaving. And then he snaps out of it. So this Mongrel piece didn't have the Superman cape earlier. Let me zoom in a little. I don't know. You've seen this piece before, though, Jarhead, right?
Yeah, I've seen it already.
Yeah.
I showed it on my show.
Okay, yeah. So he sent me this picture with the cape. I didn't have the cape original. I don't know if you had the cape when you showed it on your show.
I don't recall.
Yeah, so let me zoom in a little bit. I think it's pretty cool. I do like, I mean, it's not a final render. Obviously, this is in poly still for those that know about that kind of stuff. But I'm 100% sure the texture of this cape is going to be like the Superman I showed earlier with the Gary Frank portrait. So you know the details are going to be in there.
Yep.
I know that Roger was talking about the little circle areas on the chest and the clothing. There you go. Black Mercy. Thank you, Stanley. Yeah, it was called the Black Mercy that he used in his hand. So he said that he's going to have them fix that because I know Roger was saying it was looking a little muddy. You know, it wasn't.
That's a good thing about these shows, man. Like you get feedback, obviously, of like especially like Roger or like what's the name? The painter.
Jeffrey.
They can give you like expert opinions on what's going to be missing on this and that, and there's no offense to the piece. Obviously, it's just everybody has misses in in certain areas. So
I liked this piece with the Sinister Core rings. I think that was my favorite.
Sick, man. I love that. Love that.
If you know how he got them, then you know the story behind it.
Mongrel is such a cool character, man. I love. I just recently watched the Justice League show when he was in it.
Mm-hmm.
The War World, like episodes that happen with him and Superman and Martian Manhunter. It's so fun, man. Like it's good. He's a great character. He's cocky as hell. I love it.
He's very powerful. Not a lot of people know about him.
Yeah, he's cocky, which I love. I think he's a perfect villain for Superman. Statue for him. The fact that we haven't had more Superman 1/4, in license or anything, it's amazing. I don't know how we have not done that, but
is this switch out?
I think he's a tier down from Darkseid.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He's kind of But here's the Black Mercy right here. So it'd be nice to have the Superman cape next to it. So this is the Black Mercy, and then Jarhead, I think you were talking about this. No, let me find it. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard. There you go.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah, that's sick too, man.
I like that the most because if you know the story behind it, you know what he did to get those off people's fingers.
Yeah, well, I mean, he didn't exactly do it to the nicest people when he was.
True.
Considering Sinestro Corps were all like psycho murderers and atrocity makers.
Right, Sinestro.
Well, yeah, he was doing fine till Sinestro kicked his ass.
So Cypher,
With that-
congratulations on that. Sorry, Cypher picked up the Silent Hill Nurse 1/3 custom. Yeah, man, that's an awesome freaking piece. Yeah, show whenever you get it in hand, please show us some pictures. So I'm a big fan of the Silent Hill series. So that's a really, really nice piece. Marco's about to go throw up again. Yeah,
well, he made us nearly up Chuck a couple times tonight.
Yeah, so yeah, really, I'm with you, Jarhead. This is like the best with the rings and stuff like that. It's a very, very cool piece. I really can't wait to see these in person. I know Marcos, you got that on PO too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's
I already have the Parasite from him. I'm getting this for sure.
That Parasite's dope.
I love it, man. He's one of my favorite Superman villains. So, and people were saying like the paint job wasn't well done. It's better than Sideshow pieces. So, yeah, if you love Sideshow, then
people are insane. The paint job was actually really good.
yeah,
I know. You know, when we talked about it with Roger, and you know, I don't think Jeffrey was there at the time, but Jeffrey was there. He wanted to see a little bit more pink hues coming out. You know, like
I get it.
Because you give more depth in the color. So like the muscles are covering the darker parts, and then the light's hitting a certain way. So you kind of go, you know, you transition upwards. So I agree with that. I think it would have been.
The biggest issue, I guess you could say, with the Parasite piece is that the broken glass is super cheap. I get it, though.
Yeah.
It's not a big thing though. Like for me,
no, it's not a
I
deal.
didn't even realize that piece came out already yet.
Yeah, I have it right.
I did a live unboxing on that Parasite piece. Yeah, he's got it right down there.
I love it, man. And it's out of all my DC 1/4 villains, it's top 3 for me. My number 1 is my Grundy, my 1/4 custom Grundy.
Yeah, that Grundy's fire.
It's easily my best villain I have from Batman.
Yeah,
like it blows every other piece I have out the water. So
it's funny how people talk smack about customs, but then you hear something like that.
Lane, we're right there. I can't get it.
He gets.
There we go. There you go.
I can see. I can see it up there.
That Colossus right there is, to me, is probably the best Colossus out there.
Yeah.
So
same group as Grande.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there are issues with
favorite
customs though. There 100% are issues with customs. There's no doubt. But
you know, Jarhead, I love that Colossus and I love the Commissioner. I'm just tired of Sentinels. I'm just sorry. I'm just tired of. There's just too many Sentinels all the time. I'm just sick of it. So that's but yeah, when I spoke to Commissioner about it, he showed me some early things on it, and I was like, dude,
hey, it's only way through customs we're gonna get it as it's been shown, like an accurate Goblin Queen, like her old original costume.
Yeah,
like because Disney / Marvel is. I asked Jay point blank at one point, like, because I said, like, you need to do a Goblin Queen X-Men. He's like, oh, I want to do one. He's like, but
they won't let me.
Yeah, he literally said he submitted for a Goblin Queen, but they said he was not allowed to do an original custom.
Jay submitted a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of this stuff. We know he submits a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna bring up another piece. I had a few more stuff, but we're getting close to the 2-hour mark. I know, Jarhead, I don't think you've seen this, and I'm going to show it now. I just want your guys' opinion on it. This is one of the new Evil Supergirl proximity piece to the dark side. We saw the paint. Just disclosure, it is not rendered. This is still poly, so there's still a lot more stuff needed to be sculpted and things like that. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. And there's her.
The eyes.
That's one of the portraits. That's the evil. But they changed it and they gave her a slight smirk, but looks better. So I'm gonna flip through here. I'm gonna show you guys everything I was sent. It's gonna be completed here within the next few weeks, from what I'm told. I like the way the hair's flowing. Remember, it's poly still. It's not fully rendered. I absolutely love her portrait. The eyes are amazing. The Commissioner did not want to do like the crazy super red veiny eyes for her, like they do with the Superman and stuff. He just wanted more of her, her pupils and stuff to just be red. So I do like that touch. This is the second portrait where she has just her regular blue eyes.
That looks good. That looks great.
So her second portrait. So for now, I believe it's just 2 portraits. I don't know if there's going to be a third. It might just be the 2 because there is a lot to this piece. I'm going to show you guys the full body, the base, the crystals, the added torso, all that good stuff. He sent me a bunch of things. So I just kind of want to run through it. Let me know what you guys think. So that's still the other portrait. And that's,
that has very much a feel almost kind of like her Red Lantern look that she had when she was one of the Red Lanterns, as well as kind of channeling that Superman, the dark side, like battle armor that he wore. Very much has kind of a feel like that.
Yeah. No, it's I think it's freaking out of this world. Now, from what I'm told, the bottom, the base she's standing on with the Superman emblem does come off if you don't want all this crystal, if you don't have enough space to display. You can just display her on just the regular base she's standing on. So you're not going to have all that crystal. There will be slight crystals to it from what I'm told, but that's kind of what it is. Let me click over there. That's a little brighter picture. As what you're seeing now, Jarhead, what are you thinking?
Looks good. Yeah, I mean, normal times you see her flying a lot, so this is kind of different, which is nice. She's like walking, so I like that take on it because it's you see her flying most of the time. So looks good. I like the armor that she's wearing. The crystals are dope. I like the crystals.
So the crystals are supposed to match the dark side base lighting effect. So the crystals will have the same lighting effect. And so will the singular base, the little base, if you decide to take them apart. So there's the back of it, got the S emblem in the back.
I like the cracks of the crystals too. It's like almost the energy that being in her proximity, or the energy that producing.
And then
barely contained.
Yeah, I do like the cracks on the base itself on the bottom, so I'm sure that's going to light up, on the stone. And then there's a scripture on the stone. I believe it's in Kryptonian. I don't know. I don't remember what it was really. Not sure what it is, but there's that. So that's kind of a cool detail. I don't know if I don't think the scriptures will light up, but
probably saying something along, don't F with a Kryptonian who's in close proximity to red kryptonite.
Yeah. So let's keep going. Marcos, what do you think so far? I know we're gonna get to the second torso, so I might ask the same question again later.
I love this skirt. So I'm turning to it. I'm sorry. I love the skirt on this piece. The portrait looks amazing. I like that.
This is the so this is the red eye portrait, and this is the blue eye portrait. So let me just kind of zoom in on there if I can. There we go. So there's red eye and blue eye. So, oh my god.
So with this company, why was it the Supergirl the next project though? What
do you mean?
Like why was it her over other characters?
Because of from talking to the commissioner, the story was Darkseid on throne, and then the idea was evil Supergirl because Darkseid takes over evil Supergirl, right, in the storyline. So that's why she was the first. And then later on, the idea kept going on. Well, let's just do all this, all the children and stuff like that. But Supergirl was already in the works before they decided to do Calabac, which, from what I'm hearing, they're in a blocking phase for that. So I can't wait to see what Calabac's looking like. But right now, they're just like they're focused on evil Supergirl, and that's the main reason based on the story. Now, originally they were supposed to use the original costume from the anime and the comic book, but everybody preferred this, so he decided to go with this. And there's the upper.
I think the piece looks good, man. Yeah.
I like this.
yeah. So there's a swap out torso. It's a whole torso.
I like this a lot.
I'm not going to complain.
I know
which
one I prefer.
Yeah, this one feels more like
with this.
This does kind of feel more like the like Pamela Anderson version.
Whoa,
evil Supergirl.
Favorite
a little bit.
Like I said, Jarhead wants a silicone version of this right here, just for this portrait and body.
I think just the upper torso silicone would be fine. Everything else could be resin.
Yeah.
So let me keep going. Yeah, so she's holding Superman's cape right there, so that's kind of cool. At least I think it's his cape because she doesn't have her cape on. But really like the anatomy on this piece. Jarhead, I know you said you're excited about it.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's good.
Selling point number 2 has been achieved.
Yeah.
And Jarhead get the selling point number 3 to the point he's going to pull the trigger. Now,
yeah.
I will say for evil Supergirl, if I was going to get one, it would be the black and white costume from like, I don't know what, the 2000s or so, where, you know, she had this kind of split versions of here with the dark Supergirl and the regular Supergirl, when she like one of the 3 times or 4 times she's come back into continuity.
Right. Let me go back. Sorry, I clicked and it kicked me out. Let's go. There we go. There you go. This side. I'm just like really loving the portraits on this piece.
I could see if they had a veiny one though, where it would kind of fit almost like her almost channeling even more rage. Like this scene feels like a 3-head sculpt one, where you've got the normal eyes, you got the red eyes, and then you've got kind of the veiny, like maybe even with kind of almost an angry like angry-esque.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can see here, Mark said there's a slight smile, like smirk. The eyebrow on that side is up a little higher. So,
a little bit of like a Ursa or General Zod kind of little bit of evilness. But I think where there was a little bit more, because Red Kryptonite can bring rage as well, that if there was like an angry one,
like a grimace on her face instead of
where she's showing like, you know, she's been told something she doesn't like by Superman or something, and now she's angry.
I mean, the way I see it potentially, based off of the feedback we're getting, and if anybody in the chat has feedback, please put the feedback. I mean, the commissioner did with Darkseid put out the PO, and then later on did the Jim Lee, you know, a month or so later, and announced the Jim Lee. So, I mean, not to say that he probably won't do it if that's something people like, but you know, if he does or doesn't, I don't think it's really a deal breaker, because this piece is, I mean, it is. I mean, we're seeing what we're seeing. Yeah, it's not fully rendered, but just from what we see, it's freaking fantastic. Let's see. Yeah, there's the blue eye version, which is a different facial expression. There we go. Let me see where else we got. I'm just kind of scrolling through all the pictures he sent. Yeah.
So out of the custom pieces, Jarhead and Will and Lane, which pieces, what characters would you guys like to see in custom form and what scale?
Well, I would always go quarter scale, because the customs are automatically going to be usually at least as expensive the higher end quarter scale statues are. For me,
go ahead.
Go ahead, George.
I'm a really big Wolverine fan, so like I like to, you know, would have some of his like his like characters that are from his past, like Maverick.
Yeah.
I would love Lady Deathstrike.
Ooh, she would be.
I like to see Marrow.
Marrow would be dope.
Marrow would be dope.
I would honestly think like a diorama with Maverick, Sabretooth, and Wolverine, in their black costumes from when they were in Task Force X.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
That would be
I don't know. I've got a lot of ideas for statues actually, but
I mean, don't we all, right?
Yeah.
Don't we all have great ideas for statues?
I'm gonna say for purely girly statue, White Rabbit from DC Comics in her old ash thing.
Yeah, White Rabbit.
I sent to Jay saying you need to get this character made. I said you'll sell 2 of them. He's like, what's the? I said you'll sell 2 of them, and he's like, what's the character? And I sent it to him, and he was like, wow, I haven't seen this one, but man, she's really good. And it was like trying to get a budget. What has she been in? And I was like, had spent 15 minutes looking stuff up for Jay, and I'm like, Jay, you shouldn't actually do this. But for purely, that's purely for male gaze statue collecting would be that character. For more cool ass action that we don't get to see, I would love to see from Marvel. I'd love to see some of the hair. I know like there's a Frankie Ray Nova, which is basically kind of taking the start of her, like that proximity piece with the Silver Surfer from years ago that they had, kind of doing one of her, but having some of the heralds and stuff, but like where maybe you have a smaller scale together, kind of like Marcos has a lot of times with the anime. Sometimes you'll see him with a couple characters where you could have like Fire Lord, Frankie Ray Nova, Silver Surfer, even like right now they're doing a miniseries starting this next month, which is going to be like, what if Rogue became the Herald of Galactus? What if Moon Knight became the Herald of Galactus? And different things like that would be kind of cool for Marvel, seeing a bunch of the different heralds.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't say it's true.
Yeah. Or from DC, from something they normally don't do. Probably I wouldn't mind seeing them do just a really cool Talia al Ghul. It feels like I mean, that may feel like kind of like, well, yeah, but no one ever does her. Like
you haven't seen Jay's render of Talia yet?
I've seen it.
Yeah, I think maybe I just
and of course of what's his name, Ra's al Ghul.
So
yeah, Ross.
Real quick, Cypher, to answer your question, yes, I believe there is an option to do pre-order that piece without the crystal. I'm not 100%. I don't know if that's the case. Let me pop his question up here. There's a version coming without the crystal for cost savings. I don't know any of that. I'm not part of any of that stuff. I just share what they show me. But it's one of those things. I mean, you can have everything. If you get, let's say it's a deluxe version, you can just pull it off of the crystal, leave the crystal in the box. I know it sucks. You know, it just is what it is. But I don't know any of that logistics part of it. Over here with exclusive, I've been doing customs for 6 years, never had an issue. Guys just depend on which group. And yes, there's always risk with customs, but I mean, all of these licensed companies aren't doing so great either, which is very true.
Well, as we were just talking about the company that shall not be named.
Yeah.
And their stupidity.
So for me, pieces I like to see done, and I think a lot of people would probably like to, maybe Jarhead would agree. Because I watched I read the mini series. I said you series is Batman and Superman versus Predator and Alien. So I would like to see something like that, like Batman versus a Predator or Superman versus a bunch of aliens. To me, I think that's a cool concept, especially for guys that love the DC and aliens. I think it would go great with either one you're going to collecting. But that's just me because I read the series and I was like, man, that's pretty badass.
I thought I saw a really cool one somebody was making like a few months back. I think it was Batman versus Predator. No, Batman versus Alien.
Is it Batman? I don't think I've seen that piece.
It looked dope.
Yeah.
Do you think it could be the Spider-Man Noir? No.
No, what?
Oh, never mind.
No, that's completely different, Marcos. It's not the Noir one. I know what you're talking about, but no, it was just a short series. Maybe I'll shoot you a link to it. It's a short series. The only thing I didn't really care for was like the art that they did for Superman gave you a mix of like Ross and Lee. Like the portrait was really Ross version, and the body was more like a Jim Lee kind of. It just kind of threw me off a little bit. But the story was pretty cool because it's like Batman goes against a Predator. They catch him, or he lets them catch him, and then he's like in the arena like Predator 2, and then he kicks the shit out of the one Predator, and now they're all following him. So like he's the leader. So it was very interesting. But then Superman's like fighting all these Predator aliens and stuff. So it was a pretty cool read. But that would be something I would like to see. If you've seen a picture of it, Jarhead, send it to me, man.
I think I have it somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Because I shared it on one of my shows, but that was like maybe a couple months ago, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, and then did you say what piece you would like to have made? You did say that, right? Jarhead? Yeah,
the pieces I want to get made. Just like I said, I'm really heavy into Wolverine, so like
right,
you know, I would love a Maverick statue. I know no one's ever going to make a Cyber would be dope too.
Cyber would be cool. Yeah.
with the adamantium skin, that'd be dope.
Yeah, Cyber.
I just know there's certain characters they won't ever make, and those are probably a couple of the ones I would love to.
I think pieces like that, niche pieces, could potentially be made. It just depends on the popularity of the group.
Yeah.
Right. And like the group that Marcos is picking up, like the Parasite, the Mongrel, Ultraman, no groups is doing anything like that. So that's a big risk for them because it's not the most popular characters, but this group is selling the pieces out. So, where you're getting the seasoned collectors like ourselves and the guys on the panel.
You got to get relatively early on those pieces, honestly. Like, not like super early, but like pretty soon. Like, they get 20, 25, pieces, which is a lot for customs. So
yeah. So, and Marcos, what piece you say you want to have made?
Oh, Will, obviously for me is 1/3 Tim Drake, and exactly the concept I want.
Yeah,
1/3 Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. I would love a Siren. I would love a Cassandra Cain as well. I have a Red Hood, and I'm actually happy with that piece. The Prime one, like the Arkham series one.
Yeah, that's a good piece.
I got it for like $500, so I'm super happy about it. Like that's all you need. Outside of like the coat with the Red Hood piece and maybe a crowbar, like it's almost a perfect like Red Hood piece. So I'm happy with it. Those off the top of my head, obviously Alfred, Jim Gordon, those two pieces I would love in 1/3 as well. Will we ever get them? Probably not, but still,
I mean, you got a good influence with LBS. It might happen.
We'll see. But I love what they're doing. They just need to come out with pieces faster. That's all it is with LBS. Come out with pieces faster. I think they said because I have Superman on order from them, and that piece is coming out. They said beginning of Q1, so next year. So that's good. But yeah, man, those are the characters I really need in my collection. Those 1/3 Cassandra Cain's, Tim Drake, Siren, Barbara Gordon. I know Jay said he wants to do a 1/3 on bike Barbara Gordon Batgirl, so very happy about that. I want to see it, but yeah.
Yeah, JoJo, be on the lookout. I've heard
Granny Goodness would be awesome, dude.
Of Granny Goodness, I've heard rumors. So just keep your ears perked. Mojo would be a pretty cool piece. Figure con. Thanks.
Right, I'll practically hear Ed Asner speaking in my ears.
A Sasquatch and a Punk and a similar fastball special. Yeah, that would be cool too. That would be very, very cool.
It'd be another cool piece. I'm just thinking about other franchises. Grifter from Wildcats.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, Wildcat setup was so good. And thanks for telling me because I was thinking about it. But I think someone needs to make another Aspen from the Phantom line because Sideshow did a Phantom and that was pretty good. Aspen Phantom line, but Aspen from the Top Cow. If you guys don't know what that is. Sideshow did a piece. It was a very good piece, but we need to see more. I like to see a better Witchblade than XM Studios. I like to see a different dark side. And then one of the top ones I would love to see, and is very niche character, is Phantom X from X-Force.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
I would really, really love to see someone do
double pistoleros too, for sure. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but male or female Phantom X.
Ooh, male.
Yeah. Very
Definitely
underrated, but very cool character. If you haven't read the X-Force comics, I've been reading them a lot lately. I collect a lot of
the fact that Deadpool and that I know what comic you're talking about. The fact that Deadpool comes out as a kind of the sane one is pretty crazy. Wolverine was going off as fucking rocker. Archangel was going off as fucking rocker as well.
Right.
But the fact that Deadpool was the one that was the voice of reason in some scenes, I'm like, what is going on? What the hell? Deadpool? What are we doing here? But the outfits they have in that are so dope, man. I love that black and like silver white, what I'm talking about?
Well, yeah. I mean, XM did actually just manage to get out that Wolverine task force.
Yeah, the Wolverine's pretty dope. I don't care for the base too much, but just Wolverine.
Well, because they're all the usual, as you would point out, Sentinel stuff that you're just like,
we're
over that.
That wasn't really a Sentinel because that was like one of Apocalypse things with the claws and all that stuff. But
you know what you could do? You could do an X-Force line, right? And instead of on the Sentinel base, like an X-Force, you could put them on his ship. I don't remember the name of that ship. But you could put them all standing on top of that ship, and you could do the whole line, and it can all be like, connect into the ship.
And that could go good for where you're talking about, where you could fit in something like Lady. Why am I suddenly forgetting her now?
Deathstrike.
Lady Deathstrike would like that. That would be kind of statue that could fit because that's the kind of enemy that X-Force would go against.
It would be challenging because I've thought of that too, of having one base where you can slap all 7 characters or whatever on it. That'd be cool, but I mean that would be a massive base, and then having the space for something like that. So.
I as you can tell, I like big pieces.
Yeah,
so that'd be up my alley, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. No, it's always good concepts, and having these channels, custom group channels and stuff like myself and Jarhead and all of us, talking about these things really kind of market it and let people think about, man, this would be great, that would be great. Everybody feel free to come on our channels and just say, hey, this group would this character would be badass, that character. I like to see a lot of interaction from the collectors and consumers because I don't see too much of it. I'm not sure. Let's see. I see custom companies making Fing Fang Foom. Yeah, I think I've seen that piece also. But we are at the 2 hour and 11 mark. I want to thank everybody on the panel: Extreme Collectors Figure Con, JoJo Stanley, Cypher.
Dude, seriously, everybody on the East Coast, man, thank you so much.
Yeah, especially you guys.
Like 1 o'clock right now for you guys. If you're watching that show, thank you so much, man. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining. E-Man, thanks for coming in. I know Aiden was on here. Michael Reyes. Yeah, all you guys. I really appreciate the love. I really appreciate the love from the panel, even though Marcos really needs some medication. I love you, man.
I've been up since 4:30 a.m., so I'm tired, man.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate it. Legend Lane, thank you again for joining. And our special guest, Jarhead from Custom Produce, joined us today. And I do apologize for the timing and everything like that.
No, you're good.
So for those that are watching, that are on the panel, that haven't joined Custom Produce, please join their group, subscribe. They're a bunch of awesome guys. They know what they're talking about. They love the custom community as much as we do. If you haven't subscribed to ASV Collectibles, please subscribe to ASV Collectibles. I will be doing a live unboxing next Saturday, and the following Saturday after that, probably another live unboxing because I got 2 pieces still. So yeah, I thank you for staying up so freaking late with us. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next time here on ASV Collectibles. Peace. This way. Peace.